Well, there's a fight going on in the tech industry, Apple versus Qualcomm, and we have David here to tell us all about it. Hi, David Morton.
How's it going, man? Good to see you again.
It's going well. I'm glad you're here to tell us what's going on in the tech industry.
Well, that's why I'm here, to give you some insights on the tech world.
Do you think this is good, this war that goes on? It could be in the tech industry. It could be in any industry, really. Do you think this kind of competition is a good thing for consumers?
I think it is, you know. For example, in the 1960s, you had the space race, right, between the U.S. and Russia.
How do you always take it back to space?
Because that's why I'm on staff, Brandon.
All right, tell us more about the space race.
Well, as a result of the space race, the American space program, NASA, was able to come up with a lot of ideas. They had the funding to innovate in lots of interesting ways and to really push the limits of all their researchers and their scientists because they were in competition. They wanted to be the first people to send a man to the moon. And because of that competition, there were so many different factors involved and people were pushing them to succeed. So they did it, right? When you have competition between companies, they're also trying to outdo the other one. So they're putting everything they have into it, and they're putting all their resources and all their innovation into becoming the only ones in that market so that they can really dominate the market.
And why is that good for consumers?
Because that means that consumers ultimately will get the kind of the fruits of this competition. Now, of course, there are downsides too, because when you have market competition, then you have someone who's a victor. And when you have a victor, that means that you have actually less options as a consumer.
Yeah.
Right? So there are plus sides and downsides.
All right, pros and cons as with many things. All right, well, let's talk about smart cities. Are there pros and cons with that?
There certainly are some pros and cons. I personally have mixed feelings about it. So smart cities pros, convenience, right? Also, just some practical things. Infrastructure can really be boosted by having all these different things that are gathering data about themselves and about the world around them, which can help us to have more efficient infrastructure.
Efficiency, yeah.
Right? Yeah, there's a lot of those kinds of pros that come, but the biggest downside, I think, is a lack of privacy. Because in a smart city, even in a smart home, everything is constantly gathering data about you, about the way that you use your products, about whether or not you're home, what hours you're home. You know, these things this is all information that's being sent to some company somewhere, and they're reading it and they're using it in order to anticipate your movement so that they can sell you more things to make your life easier, but also to make more money off of you.
All right, so there's convenience, there's efficiency, but there's also privacy concerns, as with many other types of technology, right? And things going on in our world today. So be sure to check out our technology article. There's lots to discover there, so check that out. Check out all of our Topic Talks videos and write into us at advanced@studioclassroom.com, advanced@studioclassroom.com, to let us know your thoughts about this topic or any topic this month. David, thank you for joining us.
My pleasure.
Thank you all for joining us as well. We'll see you next time here on Insights.
Later on.